object members. Object members. That is the point you need to understand. Object related members are accessible by using target. Event related members are accessible directly. That is the point here. So temporarily here I'm giving you a simple example here to understand what it is generally. Not a separate example, just a simple point here. See, suppose I'm defining a button here. So I'm defining a div, I'm having a button. Button have name as btn submit. Button have value as submit. And it is a submit button. Submit button. Okay. And here we are writing a logic. So public submit click. And on submit click, we are expecting an object here, an object here. So we are pointing towards the function on click of this button. I am using a click event. On that, we are pointing towards submit click. And into that, we are passing $event. Now, $event is passed into this obj. Here we want to collect the properties. Event related properties, we can collect object related properties. I'm using temporarily alert. In the alert, I'm displaying here. In the alert, I'm configuring here. So that is button name. So that means button name. I want to access the button name. How we can access the button name? Obj dot target dot name. That's how we are accessing that name. Target dot name. You saw in JavaScript, directly you can access by using obj dot name, because this is sending object related members. So here I'm refreshing this, okay, and I click on the submit button. Then it says btn submit. Button name is btn submit. It is directly sending that button name btn submit. So we are able to access the object related properties. We are able to access that object related properties by using target. Suppose I am using obj dot client x. So that is x position. That means x position. This is event related property. Event related property you can directly access. So I am refreshing this. I will click on this submit. It will get the event related property. That means position 263. X position 263. It will display that. So the position is 289 like this. So event related members are accessible directly, and object related members requires target. This is only the difference you need to understand here. Rest of everything is same like JavaScript. Handling the events, working with the events, everything is same like that. So we will see some important events, how they are regularly used in our Angular. We will see how do we handle and work with them. So dynamically managing some events. Let's see how to work with some events. Generally, if you know JavaScript, no need to explain all these actually, because the same approach. I will just give you few overview so that if you know JavaScript, you can continue in the similar way. Everything can be handled in the same. Only the point is you need to understand how to point towards the function, how to handle the arguments of that particular event. That is the key things. Different here is those. Rest of functionalities are same. Let's see how we can manage them, how we can handle them. So that means we have a lot of events, and here we are dealing with. So we have a key event binding. Key event binding. Key event binding is nothing but several interactions are managed when user is keying in the characters. That means key event binding, mouse event binding, miscellaneous events binding. We will discuss about that. Key event binding is nothing but it defines the actions to perform when user is keying in the characters. So it defines the actions to perform when user is keying in the characters. That's what generally we call as typing, right? When he press a key. So that means while user is keying in the characters. That means several interactions we need to handle them. And the key events are, so many key events are there. We have key events, we are having event and a small description I will give you. One example also I will show you. We are having key events. So one is key up, you have key down, and we have key press. Key up, key down, key press. These are the key events. Key up specifies actions to perform when key is released over any element, released over any element. So this specifies actions to perform when technically it specifies actions to perform when user hold down a key on any element, on any specific element. Hold down a key on any specific element. Key press actually so specifies actions to perform. So when actions to perform when user finish using a key. How this is handled, I will show you. Generally, people think key up, key down, and key press is like you press the key down and release the key up. And you may think like it is key press, but not key press. Actually, key press means, suppose see, if I type like this, JOHN, I am typing like this. If I ask how many keys pressed here, then actually how many keys pressed currently here is only 3 keys are pressed, not 4. I will show you that. Practically we will see that. That means only 3 keys are pressed here, not 4. Because that N is not finished. It will be identified as key pressed, finished. When you come out of that particular character, that means you press space, then it is finished. Or you type another one. Now 4 are there, not 5. That means K is not identified as finished, key pressed. So that is what actually key press. Key press is the event that fires up when you finish the key. Finishing of key means you come out of that particular key and use another, then it is identified as key press. So many actions we need to perform